Alright, tonight I'm going to take a look at two different versions of the American Flyer lithographed tin Hiawatha sets, and one is a freight version and one is a passenger version. Now the train on the outer loop here, that's obviously the freight version, and this is a uncatalogued train from probably around 1936 or so. And the difference between the freight and the passenger sets were, if you look at the back of the engine here, you notice that the freight set has a squared off end, where the passenger set has a rounded end to mate properly with the tender that goes with the passenger set. Now these were these are somewhat low-end trains, but they're very colorful and they actually run pretty good. And this has a nice assortment of brightly colored lithograph cars. Now these are all four-wheel cars, and there's at least one box car that kind of goes with this set that eventually one of these days I'm going to find and get, but I'm glad to have these here. And then the passenger set, like I say, it's almost the same, but it has the articulated cars. Each one of these cars just has a pair of wheels on it and uses the car in front of it for support, so you have to run it as a unit like this. And it's almost like the poor man's Hiawatha, because it's if you go to buy the big American Flyer die-cast unit, it gets a little pricey. Now these have it's a cheaper type motor. It's got a single pickup, which if you run it too slow over switches, it tends to stall in the switch just because it has the single pickup, and it has no real valve gear. There's a side rod that just goes back and forth, but it does have a light. These trains are forward only. There's no reverser in them at all. Now, according to some of my information, you could get the rounded back engine in the freight set with the regular freight tender, and they say there's documented versions of this combination coming from the factory, so they know more than I do, so I have to believe it. Alright, well, I'll send these around the track a couple times and you can see how they run. Okay, after taking a quick look at the smaller Hiawatha sets, now I'm going to take a look at their big brothers. And this is the Hiawatha Set 1742 from 1936. And this features the nice Hiawatha steam engine. This is the tender without the whistle. And it also had 3 lighted passenger cars. And one of the best features of this set is the way the tail car looks. It's just so classic. It looks great. Okay, this steam engine in this set was a 1683, and this is the earlier version. And the way I know that is the front pilot trucks are mounted on this swivel type arrangement here, and the second set of trucks is rigidly mounted to the motor frame. Now the back trailing trucks here, this is, although it looks like it has room for 2 sets of wheels, there's only one, and that's correct. In fact, the holes are not even drilled in the front, but that's the way it was. Had a large, very large drivers, and this thing just runs so nice. It's so nice and smooth. The reverser works, and it's one of my favorite sets. Now, if not mistaken, these Hiawatha sets were available in 1936 and in 1937. And the set was available with a whistle and without a whistle. And this set, new then, was $16.50. And no, I won't sell it for that price. Now, one neat thing about the way they used and hooked up the lighting on this car was there was a center rail pickup on the tail car, and in between each car there is an electrical contact that when you couple these cars together, from car to car, they butt against each other and complete the electrical circuit to the car in front of it. And there's no pickups on the center 2 cars, and it works pretty well. Now this train here is made to run on 040 or larger curves, so maybe I'll send it around for a couple laps and we'll see how it goes. Okay, the last set I'm going to look at in this Hiawatha video is the Hiawatha Freight Set, and this is set 1743. Now this set that I have here, this is the similar engine to what powers my passenger set, and it's in about the same condition, non-whistle tender. This set came with the sand car, as American Flyer called it, the wrecker car. It came with the tank car, the wood load car, and a lighted caboose. And this set was the same price as the Hiawatha set, which was $16.50 according to the catalog. Although I think the Hiawatha set is actually worth more, but whatever. And this train runs pretty good. It's not as completely as smooth as my passenger set, but it still runs very well. And another set I'm real happy with.